You are making discipline way too difficult for yourself, and it's holding you back tremendously. And I honestly don't blame you, because you've probably seen the countless Andrew Tate and David Goggins TikToks, Reels, Shorts, telling you that you need to wake up at 4 a.m. and immediately get on the grind in order to become a disciplined person. From personal experience, this brute force method to discipline will make you resent it and hate it even more, because it is utterly unsustainable for everyone. As a result, it will keep you in the same place and you won't make progress. So screw that. Today, we're going to uncover the actual secret, the actual solution to create unlimited discipline and motivation so that you can actually make some progress. Let's clearly define what discipline means and how it holds the key to transforming your life. Discipline is doing something that is important despite if you feel like doing it or not. Discipline will allow you to control yourself and thus control your actions, allowing you to stay focused on your goals while refraining from the bad habits that are slowing down your progress. Now, the reason discipline is so hard for you and you struggle to actually stay consistent, you do not have defined intrinsic reasons for taking disciplined action. If you don't have a clear, meaningful reason for working towards a goal, then you're not going to really want to do what it takes to actually achieve that goal. So for example, you'll see a lot of the time people will tell themselves that they need to start working out more and they need to eat healthier, but they actually just stop there. They don't think deeply about how working out will improve their self-esteem, gain respect from the people around them that they care about, and ultimately lead to a more disciplined, fulfilling lifestyle that they actually want. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to achieve a goal so badly that you did whatever it took to achieve that goal? The reason you were actually able to achieve that goal is because you had a powerful reason why you wanted to achieve that goal. Whether it may be to save up a certain amount of money to buy a PC so that you can play video games with your friends, or go to the gym so that you could build muscle to gain respect from your friends and attract women. You wanted to achieve that goal so bad, you probably thought about it all the time, visualized yourself reaching that goal, maybe you even wrote it down, and actually dedicated your time to taking action in order to receive that desired outcome. Again, you are making discipline way too difficult for yourself because you have the wrong perception of it. Discipline is not a contest of who can be the toughest, who can take the most pain, who can wake up the earliest, but rather a true act of self-love and self-respect. Discipline is not a punishment. It's a treat to ourselves. And we should be grateful for the fact that we have the opportunity to change our life like this in a meaningful way through discipline. All right, so now you know why you don't have discipline and how you can truly cultivate that intrinsic motivation and that intrinsic discipline that will make you progress. But now you're actually going to have to strengthen and implement that discipline that you're going to foster from this method. And when I say strengthen your discipline, I want you to think about it like strengthening a muscle. When you start off with discipline, it's going to be weak. You're not going to have a lot of willpower. So what I want you to do is to start off by doing small discipline tasks that will gradually increase over time so that you can become ultimately more disciplined. So it could start off with something like cleaning your desk every day, making your bed every morning, going for a 15-minute walk, whatever it may be. Or let's say in the first hour of your day, you don't go on your phone. Simple things like this to start off, if your discipline is really weak already, can make a big difference because you're not just immediately going into this grind mode where you wake up at 4 a.m. and whatnot. So this concept I'm talking about is progressive overload. Progressive overload is a term often used in the context of the gym. Progressive overload is increasing the weight each week so that you can gradually get stronger over time as your body adapts to the new weight. The same principle is going to be applied to your goals. For example, you might want to learn a new language, but you might not want to start off by studying 2 hours a day. Instead, just start off by studying 15 minutes a day. And then you slowly work your way up to week 2, where you start doing 30 minutes a day. And then week 3, you can start doing 45 minutes a day. You just gradually increase the difficulty, the amount of discipline, the amount of willpower that is required for that task. And you will see massive gains in your discipline. You just have to have patience and trust this process. To build upon progressively overloading your discipline, you're going to want to create a solid structured routine so that you can actually implement and dedicate certain time slots to doing those disciplined activities so that you can make progress towards your goals. Let's say, for example, that you wanted to start hitting the gym. but you didn't write down when you were going to hit the gym. Well, you're going to actually end up not going as much as you want to go, and you're not going to make significant progress because you're just going to end up going when you feel like going, which is going to be a small percentage of the time. So for example, what you would do with this gym example is you would write out a weekly gym routine where you would state which days and at which time you would actually go to the gym in order to hold yourself accountable. For example, you could go 3 days a week. You would schedule a gym session in on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and let's say at 8 a.m. But wait, there's an obstacle that I didn't tell you about earlier that could actually completely derail your routine and completely negate your progress. This is the killer of discipline: instant gratification. Now let me explain. So as humans, our brains are naturally wired to do what's most comfortable and make the easiest decision in any given moment. Instead of going to the gym, we would rather stay home and watch Netflix. Instead of studying or learning a new skill, we would rather simply just play video games. All these sources of cheap dopamine and cheap pleasure are just going to distract you and suck away all your discipline. It's just so easy, especially nowadays, to be distracted and get sucked into endless loops of pleasure. There's a positive side to this though, because you can actually use this concept to your advantage to actually strengthen your discipline by using the opposite of instant gratification, which is delayed gratification. So what I'm recommending to you is basically called a dopamine detox. You can do more research on this on your own. Basically, you're cutting out the sources of cheap pleasure, of cheap dopamine, and you're going to replace them with strong good habits. And then you'll soon realize that the tasks such as going to the gym or studying that you once found boring are actually now going to feel a lot more fun, a lot more pleasurable, and you're going to start to see the results, and you're going to really start to feel a lot more fulfilled. You're going to really derive a lot of joy from doing these harder tasks. Once you start to build up that positive momentum and you're doing one good task after the next good task, once your discipline gets stronger and stronger each day with the progressive overload we talked about, this will just continue to motivate you to get even more work done. And it's just a positive feedback loop because you enjoy doing your work more. And then as a result, you do more work more, you do work out more, you do study more, and then you get even more results. You really start to get on the right track to developing a lifestyle that truly fulfills you. If you need even more help to become more disciplined and want to take your discipline to the next level, then feel free to check out my free coaching to book a free call with me. The link will be in the description. Consider subscribing to this channel for more helpful guides like this.